Hey folks, long time no see. If you've joined me before, you know it's been quite a while. Around the order of about 2 years, I think. Time goes by fast. I think at that time I had a fuller beard that was less gray. But yeah, as is natural aging and whatnot. But yeah, I think I just wanted to give a quick update. I'd like to get back in the flow, back in the rhythm of doing these bite-sized Kierkegaard updates, and I'll try to keep it, brief or whatnot. But yeah, 2 years ago or so, I had my apartment flooded. Long story short, there was a deep freeze, and as it was thawing the next morning, the sprinkler system directly above my apartment was thawing out. There was no way to prevent that, right? Really, like I kept my faucets dripping. I kept the temperature of my apartment warm. I was there, a couple days before Christmas. I was just sitting on my couch being lazy and just burst through the ceiling in my bedroom. So yeah, lost a lot of stuff there. Thankful that I think all of it was replaceable, but obviously that disrupted the flow of my updates. You'll recognize my very last update was from a different location. That was a temporary, that was my parents' house. But now it actually motivated me to move out of that apartment eventually, and get a condo, my own place now. So I've been set up here for a while now, a year and a half or so. But I think, and we're getting closer to New Year's now. I think it's time to start these sort of New Year resolutions. I'd like to get back in the flow. Before I die, I'd like to get through Kierkegaard's works. He wrote a lot. He was only 42 when he died, and I'm getting closer to that age now and realizing like I'm just not making enough progress just reading what he's written. Obviously, it takes a lot more effort to write down than to read passively, right? So, but yeah, we're gonna get back to it. So I'm gonna start this up again. I think it's a nice transition to the very last one I did was one of these upbuilding discourses called "Love Will Hide a Multitude of Sins." There's another essay right next to it, that has the same title. So that's a nice sort of inflection point. We can start with that. Love will hide a multitude of sins. Again, that'll be my next video. But yeah, and then yeah, a little bit of an update. I think I mentioned this previously, but I was taking a philosophy class nearby at my local college here, University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Turns out they have a pretty good philosophy program. I've actually known that since I was getting my bachelor's degree. A long time ago. But yeah, by coincidence or happenstance, I ended up living nearby here. So it's actually been a good thing to be sort of enrolled in that program while I'm working, taking a course for fun here and there. So that's been really fun. So the first one I did was Introduction to Chinese Philosophy. That was a really great class. And I was older than everyone in the class, but that's okay. I got used to that pretty fast. The second one was Philosophy and Film. So not philosophy of film, but philosophy and film. So a little bit of a difference. We're going through the films and treating them as units, and then trying to see if there's connections to philosophy or trying to understand things. And not the other way around, starting with the philosophy and then understanding here's how you make a good film or whatnot. But anyway, that was okay class. And then this last one that I just got done with was Introduction to Modern Philosophy. So I had taken this bachelor's when I got my bachelor's degree a long time ago, but I thought it would be fun to go through it again. And it was interesting. They actually injected some thinkers that are sort of more marginalized, not really thought of classically. It becomes sort of what's the word? Not pantheon, but it's sort of like, you got your Descartes is like the first modern philosopher, what they call modern philosopher, right? And you got Spinoza, Hume, Berkeley. Not in that order. I kind of mixed them up there, but yeah, it was fun. This course injected a few other thinkers that aren't often looked at. So that was interesting. Du Châtelet, some other folks. I forget their names exactly, but yeah, that was fun. And then this next semester, starting next month in January, I'm starting up. Oh, I forgot. I also took a grad level class for the first time on Plato. with expert in his field, CDC Reeve. So that was fun going through with his translation and going through the class. So that was fun. That was good. That was definitely more challenging. And so now I've signed myself up for. It sparked my memory because I've signed myself up for the same professor. And we're going to go through Aristotle. So I thought that's interesting. That's good. And for Kierkegaard, I think that's very relevant. Actually, more relevant for Kierkegaard, I would say, is probably Socrates and Plato. But I think there are connections to Aristotle and his works. I mean, I have a whole book on it. If it will focus, I have a problem. I end up collecting more books than I can actually read, and here's one of them. But I think this will be useful, especially these next few months. So connections between Kierkegaard and Aristotle, the class I'm taking. So I think that should be fun. There's also a book, I don't have it yet, but yeah, the equivalent in this series on Socrates and Plato. So I've got to pick that up eventually, but anyway, I'm going to stop yapping. But yeah, quick life update there if you're wondering. I haven't disappeared off the face of the earth yet. I'm on my way there in a few decades, but I'm still here. So I'm trying to make progress. I'm trying to get through this while going to work and all that, and while life happens. So yeah, we're going to get through this, and I think there's some good stuff to discover and to go through. So if you'll stick with me, I think, yeah, it'd be great to have you along for the ride and have folks commenting. So I've seen comments here and there, and it's been encouraging that people are actually watching these videos. Some more than others. That's good. That's to be expected. The Seducer's Diary video had a lot of folks. But that's some, juicy material there. So, right. At least what Kierkegaard, wrote, right? Maybe not necessarily my video, but anyway. But yeah, I think there's some good stuff coming up here too. I'm really looking forward to, for example, the concluding unscientific postscript, which is a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek title there, but that's what it's called. But yeah, we're gonna go through this. But yeah, please join me next time, and we'll do what I'm calling part 2. Love will hide a multitude of sins. So I hope to see you then. All right, thanks, folks.